I picked up some more stuff, so let's put together another container. What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Horticulture Geek. I'm Ray. Thank you so much for tuning into the channel today. So I did it again. I've picked up some plants. I had some plants here, and I just had to add to them to do a container, and I found the perfect container out flea marketing. So we're gonna put together another container today, and I hope you will enjoy this. So come along and let's get to it. Let me show you what I got. All right, so here is the container I found at a flea market, and this was $8. So I picked it up. I figured, hey, that's gonna be awesome. So it is a cast iron stand with a mesh basket, and somebody clearly obviously spray painted it this blue to put it in their flea market booth, but that's awesome. I happen to love the color. So I've got that. And then at Home Depot, I picked up some burlap. I went looking for a cocoa liner. I was just gonna put a cocoa liner in here, but with it being the end of June, 1st of July, I could not find any cocoa liners at my stores. So instead, I'm opting for burlap. So I've got to cut this burlap out and we'll fit it in there. And this whole bundle of burlap from Home Depot was $8. So I've got $8 in burlap, $8 in the basket. So first and foremost, I've got to get this burlap cut up and get it fit into the basket, and then we can put dirt in it and I'll show you the plants. All right, so here is what I have got. I took that big bolt of burlap and I have cut 3 squares from it, and I played around, and that's enough to really give a good burlap look without being able to see through it. I've got my plants, I've got some stuff I've dug up, and I've got a trash bag. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fit the burlap into the basket, and then I'm gonna put the trash bag in so that the soil is actually touching the trash bag. You won't be able to see it in the end, but that will allow the dirt not to really touch the burlap and cause the burlap to rot out as fast, and it won't get nasty and moldy and gross as fast. So I want to protect the burlap as much as possible so that it doesn't break down. So that's the reason for the bag, and I will put drain holes in there. And then here are the plants. So of course I'll be using Biotone starter fertilizer. I have 3 geraniums here that I have been holding for way too long. And is actually the reason when I saw this basket, I thought, I'm gonna get that, because I knew I had these 3 geraniums here. They are red geraniums. I've just groomed them up, but they are ready to come out of these pots. All 3 of them are showing signs of being pot bound. I picked up with that right here. This will be my centerpiece. This is a Little Forest Plum Bachelor Button by Proven Winners. So very pretty. I'm really enjoying that. It almost looks like a Gumphrina, the way it's blooming. But there you go, a bachelor button. So that will be the centerpiece. And then from right here in the yard, because I want this to be an economical pot, I have 2 creeping jennies and 1 Dichondra Silver Falls that I have divided and dug up from other places in the garden. So that will be my spiller. So I will have my thriller, my filler, and my spiller all in this fun basket with a burlap liner. So now I'm gonna set the camera up and just put you on fast and get it all done and let you watch along. Here we go. Okay, so all I did here is I've got the burlap in here. I crisscrossed it so that the grain patterns would overlap and not line up, because I do not want to see through the burlap, right? And so now all I'm doing is I am gently molding it to the pot. And it will have folds and creases, and that's okay. I'm just trying to get it to conform to the roundness of the basket as best I can, and then I'll put the black trash bag in. All right. So I've got my biotone in there. I'm just going to mix that in. And then I'm going to pull some soil away and make room for the centerpiece reservoir. And I am going to pull some of this off. All right, so now I'm just filling in around the root ball of my centerpiece. If you pot up a lot of stuff, get you a scoop. Dollar Tree, $1, game changer. It's awesome. All right, so I just basically divided the pot up into thirds, basically. So I've got 1, 2, and 3, and then I will put my spillers in between the geraniums. Before I put my spillers in, I've got to trim up this basket. So a critical step here. Okay, so the lighting is a little harsh, but here it is. So it obviously has some growing in to do, but that's okay. I think now that these things are kind of rooted or put in this basket, I think this bachelor's buttons will spread out, the geraniums will flush out, and my spillers will also bulk up a little bit. So that's it in a nutshell. That's another basket for the garden ready to go. Well guys, that is it for this video. So just a real quick, simple planting project. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope this inspires you. Whenever you see something at a flea market or a discount shop or anywhere, online, regular store, it doesn't matter. If you see it and you like it, pick it up. You can always do something with it. And if you can't find a cocoa liner, use burlap and a trash bag. It works just as good. So you saw me, I just kind of nestled that burlap around, and as the soil builds up and pushes out, it smooths it out. You know, it doesn't look bad at all. It just looks like a solid burlap liner in that thing. So this is a simple, cheap project that anybody can do. So I hope this inspired you. I hope you enjoyed it. Give me a thumbs up if you liked this, and I'll definitely give you some updates throughout the summer. We'll see how it grows in, fills in, and gets on about its merry life here in the Horticulture Geek Garden. So hit that subscription bell if you haven't done that yet. I would love to have you follow along on the journey. You never know what I'm going to drag in here to the garden, or what we're going to do, or where we're going to go. So follow along and you'll always know what's happening here at the garden. Until next time guys, from my garden to yours, I wish you all the best and happy gardening.